And we're back with Show City TV. Next on our show, we have Alan Jaynes. Alan is the author of Driven by Purpose, a story of tragedy and transformation. Welcome to our show.
Thank you, brother.
We appreciate you being here. Let's jump right in. I am so excited. I've been watching on Facebook and your book autographs and going around, just blessing so many people. So we want to talk about this. His book is Driven by Purpose. Tell us, what inspired you to write this book?
Yes, sir. So over the last little over a year, I've been working in juvenile detention centers, drug rehab facilities, speaking with schools, with a local nonprofit known as the Rescue Me Project. And after sharing almost a year, I realized that it was time to, I'd shared my story so much out loud. I realized that I needed to put this in written form because I thought potentially it could touch a lot of lives.
And what do you want your readers to gain from Driven by Purpose?
Casey, the biggest thing that I say when I start off, it doesn't matter in what venue that I go in to speak. A lot of times there's some common, temptations for people to kind of judge or look at their audience and think, well, maybe I know something they don't. And I always start every single opportunity when I'm speaking by letting my audience know that I'm not here in any way to compare my background or my story to theirs, but rather to bring to light that we all have a story. So when a person reads my book, my hopeful intentions is that they will find a sense of purpose and hope for their life from their story and their past.
That's good. That's good. In the back, I noticed one of the chapters, it talks about life-changing, chapter 11, 14 life-changing finds.
Yes, sir.
Some are find your purpose, find forgiveness, find mentors, which this is good, find a blueprint, find opportunity to serve, find humility, find friends, find focus, that's good, find communication skills, find joy, find thankfulness, find patience, find peace, and the last one, find determination. I want to talk about a few of them.
Absolutely.
If you will, let's start with find forgiveness. If you would talk about that some.
Yeah, sure. So, if you take time to read my book, or if you've heard me speak before, I talk a lot about the background in which I came from. I went through physical abuse, sexual abuse. I grew up in a background of neglect. There's a lot of things that demographically, when a person goes through, it's hard to come through. And, one of the biggest things in my life that has impacted me and really set the trajectory of where my life is going is the fact that I have been able to forgive those who have hurt me, even when I was in a helpless point in my life. And for me, forgiveness, as one of the quotes from Marianne Williamson, unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die.
Yes.
And I have learned that, forgiveness, with it comes true freedom of yourself. And I think for everyone's journey, if you truly want to be successful, you have to be able to find forgiveness.
That's so true. Because you might be angry, upset, and at someone else, and they have moved on with their life, might not even know, and you're stuck.
Absolutely.
And anger causes, health issues and blood pressure and just heart attack, stroke. So forgiveness is really for yourself, so that you could be free and move forward with your purpose and destiny.
Absolutely.
That is good. This is good stuff. Let's talk a little about find a blueprint.
Yeah, and that is so important to me. I know the phrase is very popular, there's no need in recreating the wheel. But I think a lot of times, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a speaker, I'm a minister. I go into a lot of opportunities thinking, well, how can I do this and how can I do it better? And it doesn't matter what facet of life we're talking about. I think a lot of times there's so much pressure for individuals to think, well, I have to figure out how to do it first before I do it. And I think we waste a lot of energy on trying to recreate the process. For me, I found from experience that if I'm in need of, finding a way to get something accomplished, my first step is, well, I'm going to go find a way that someone else has already done this. So instead of me, putting the pressure on myself to have to figure it out, and I have another print in there is find mentors. So, I think those two go hand in hand. There's no sense in having to try and figure it all out.
Yes. Someone else has already did it, so
absolutely
learn from their mistakes and then let them teach you. That's good.
Yes, sir.
Anything else you want to share with our viewing audience today?
Sure. I mean, if you're interested in having me come and speak at your church or facility or another nonprofit, I'm more than willing to do that. But as well, if you haven't read the copy of Driven by Purpose, I really encourage you to. I've have almost 600 copies so far within 4 months out, and every single person that has read it that I knew for a fact that I handed it to them personally, they either called, text, or left on social media how it impacted them. So it's just powerful.
Yes. So how will they get your book, and how will they reach you for you to come speak?
Sure. You can do both through drivenbypurposethebook.com.
Okay.
And on there it'll prompt you if you want to buy a book. You can do that through Amazon. And as well, you can reach me through social, and all of my information is there on my Facebook page if you would like to book me.
So on Facebook, are you on your name on Facebook?
Yeah, Driven by Purpose, the book, everything.
Okay.
And Alan Jaynes if you want to do it that way as well.
Okay, very good.
Absolutely.
But once again, thank you so
Thanks,
much
Casey.
for being on the show, and definitely get your copy. This is awesome. We'll be back after these short commercials.